And Darius, did it go off of YouTube? Is that what you're saying? Holy shit, it did. Excuse my language. I have no idea what happened there. As soon as this heat race is over, well, if it's still on the Facebook side, Darius, you should ask those guys, will you write me back? Do you want me to restart this and have it up on YouTube too? But it'll be a new link then on Facebook and YouTube. But just let me know what those guys think. Do you mind asking? And I can look at the chat there. As well, we missed some big race, and CD kind of gets run off the edge there by the 77. Warren rolling around here, P2. Yeah, I have no idea why that would have happened. I have no notifications on my thing here, but I see a couple people subscribing to the YouTube, so yeah, it definitely went out, and they're trying to get it back. But yeah, as long as you guys are okay with finding the new video, I will restart it right after this heat race. That way it's up on both platforms. My apologies. 2 laps to go. Here's the 37, leads the show. Samoy comfortably P2. CD hanging around third. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Carol. I don't know how it would have just closed off YouTube and not Facebook. That's really weird. And my software should have told me that it did, but it did not. As the white flag waves, we've got one more lap to play. You can pray, too. You might need to if you're in the back of the field, because Joey's driving it into 3 for the final time. Off of 4, he takes the checkered flag and wins heat race number 3, followed by Samoy, Cassidy, Durand, and back. Let's see here. We'll see what those guys say, because it would be super easy for me to do. But like I say, you guys watching it then on YouTube, you'll have to find the new link here. But let's see what Darius writes there in the chat. Yeah, very weird. Shame on YouTube for that. And yeah, when I look at my notifications, told me to unmute my microphone 36 minutes ago because it probably heard me talking to my wife. And then, wait, Cody Cassidy will win it all tonight on... How'd you write that on YouTube? Are we live on YouTube again? Because I didn't change anything if I'm back live on YouTube. That's really weird. Yeah, see, okay, so YouTube had a problem. That is so crazy. It had to be YouTube that had the problem. Because I never turned this thing off. That would have been the giveaway. It is back up, though, on YouTube. That is so crazy. Okay, Darius, yeah, you wrote that as the same time I saw it. That is so weird. I have no idea what would have caused that. That's a new one. For me, I've never seen it go off and then come back on. Pretty crazy. But I'm going to mute up here, be quiet, give the pipes a rest. We'll get going here, I want to say. Probably at the 57-minute mark. I don't know. They might run it a full 5 minutes since we didn't have a B main. Probably going to take that angle, but we'll find out together. Stick around. Checkered flag waves on warm-ups, and we get ready to go play here at the Lernerville Speedway. 17 guys set to make the call. Let's get ready to look at tonight's starting lineup. Rounding out the field, the 19 of Darius Brienne. Row 8 to the outside, the 1 of Vernon Hill. To the inside, the 50 of Caden Back. Row 7 to the top shelf, the 21 of Keith Lavender Jr. To the inside, the 34 of Jaden Rain. Row 6 to the top shelf, the 43 of CD. Casey Duran. To the inside, the 102 of Braxton Tinker. Row 5 to the top shelf, the 5 of Chris Hill. To the inside, the 58 of Cody Cassidy. Row 4 to the outside, the deuce of PJ Popham. To the inside, the 00 of the Wolfman, Riley Wolf. Row 3 to the tippy top in the 77, Warren Samoy. To the inside, the 307 of Donovan Sorensen. Row 2 to the outside, the 14 of the Waxman. To the inside, the 37 of Joey Price. In row 1, for tonight's 40-lap A-Main here at the Lernerville Speedway. To the outside, the 40 of Braden Colwick, and starting on the pole, the 54. Welcome back, Bubba Joseph Brooks. Final time around here. Drivers look to get ready to go play in some of the finest dirt you can find in North America. That PA clay here in Sarver, Pennsylvania, as the drivers roll into 3. They take a look to the beautiful PA night sky. The green flag is high. Let's watch the dirt fly. 40 laps to play. Your A-Main is underway. Bubba taking a peek here, trying to fend off that charge on the outside. But, man, Braden Colwick too quick to the point here early. Price trying to shop on the bottom through 3 and 4. Looking nice in that 37. Had P2 at the line, but now the 54 looking to shine. High, wide, and handsome. Here comes Bubba to the point. Joseph Brooks, welcome home. P1 here at the Lernerville Speedway. 3 laps in. Boys already looking to win. The Waxman on the bottom here in the B14 looking for P3. Brian couldn't do it. We got a car high. Comes to a stop on the outside of 3 and 4, and that's Chris Hill in the 5. Caution flag waves. Uh-oh, yep, we're going to see something here. He just goes up over the top. He's going to come back on, but uh-oh, leaders are coming. So he's just going to park it there. Caution flag going to wave. And tough break for the 5 of Chris Hill, who will probably be a lap down, I would think. Going to be tough to fight that one off. And get back into the race, I should say. You know, not impossible. But more than highly unlikely, I think, would be fair to say. As I glance over at my TV, somehow I guess the Olympic highlights was left on, and I don't know what I'm watching. You know, if you guys have 2 TVs free, obviously you don't turn this off, but you turn it on NBC. And you're watching these guys just, I guess it's ski moguls. Oh my gosh. It's wild, dude. Man, I'm too fat for all that, boy. My body would fall apart. Man, I used to do some skiing back in the day. Tried to be a snowboarder, you know, tried to be one of the cool kids. Tried to snowboard, couldn't do it. So I went the easy way, got skis, and boy, it is a lot easier. It's pretty fun too, believe it or not. Single file restart, though, this time. Not too sure why. But we are going single file here, Bubba. On the point here is the green flag set to wave. We are back underway. The single file restart. Let's see if that's what these guys need here to get a long green flag run. I don't know. Just Joey going to work right away on the top side, trying to burn her down. Reeling in the 54, but Bubba goes right back to the outside. I think the bottom through 1 and 2 is going to be the place to be on the restart here, as you see Sorensen almost go up and over. Car's not really up to speed, not wound up yet. So there's no real advantage on the outside of 1 and 2 on that opening lap. Now once these puppies get up the full song here, no reason not to go, as Braden Colwick goes over. No caution flag waves. Let's see here. We'll see if we can... as we click the wrong thing here. See if we can figure out what happened to Braden. He does just go up and over by himself there. And... well, the boys continue. He's close to going a lap down there. You can see your leader right behind him, reeling him in. That's the 54 of Brooks. Rayan also went up and over. I should note he is now on pit road. No caution flag waved for him. Braxton Tinker looking to the inside of the fan favorite of the 58 of Cody Cassidy. He's always got Montana Outdoors out there rooting him on here. As once again they are tonight. Cassidy shuts the door on Tinker one more time. So you got to think Cassidy, not necessarily. He is not playing defense here. He's trying to play some offense. He's got a quick race car, but boy goes up and over. Red Rover, the 58. Can he bring it back down on the racetrack? He does. Riley Wolf, he tows it. No caution flag. We continue. And boy, oh boy, 2 cars go over. And now the field really going to start to spread out. The B14 battling there with Warren Samoy. He sends it in. Those guys are hanging out in the Discord right now. I'm telling you, they are probably having a good time together, battling hard here at the Lernerville Speedway. Oh, the B14. Late slide job. Warren Samoy playing nice. Left the gloves on here. I may have took him off there. Now he roughs him up a little bit. They're rubbing. They're racing. Sorensen pays the price. He goes up and over, gets bounced off the top shelf. He ramps her back down. How's that sound? The 307 continues. Hammer down. Boy, oh boy, what a ride there for Sorensen. Brienne now able to reel him in a little bit. As Darius, he had to check up some stuff going on in front of him early. He's 11 seconds back. He needs a caution flag bad. As here comes your leader, Braden Colwick. Oh my gosh, how many Hail Marys does he need to say? Needs this caution flag here to keep him alive. PJ Popham, you always like a race where the broadcaster doesn't talk about you, till about the halfway point. And here is PJ up 5 spots into the top 3. Can PJ find a way to plug away and get 2 more? This yellow flag got some laundry on the racetrack. That may help. Let's take a look. It looks like it was Vernon Hill. So Vernon went up and over there, backstretch, and just never came back on. And car's coming. He's got to come to a stop there. Slow enough. Oh, boy. Scary moment for your race leader, Joseph Brooks, who, man, may have saw his iRacing life flash before his eyes there. Been a pretty good race so far, but I think almost, not that, I guess, real, if you're up front, you want that thing to stay green. You want it to be as pure of a race as it can. You want to kind of flex your pace, but this is a nice little breather here for, I would say, everybody not inside the top 3. What they needed to breathe a little life into this thing and try to get back into it. There is the Montana Outdoors, man. Rooting on Cody Cassidy. See, I told you. I can start to remember, I mean, did it take me a full season? Maybe. We don't need to talk about that. We can just be amazed that, I finally remembered. Let's see here. What view do I want? We're going to go on board with Cassidy for this restart inside of row 4. See what the view's like. As the green flag set the wave, we are back underway. 23 laps left to play. Cassidy on the inside didn't have the best view. He went way low. Didn't want to give me a good show. Meanwhile, Price trying to battle for the lead, but Bubba shuts the door. Joey swinging the hammer down low. Oh, boy, Braxton Tinker, welcome aboard. Up 8 spots. Welcome to the top 3. I think Price had it at the line, but Brooks tippy-toeing on the outside, coming back here. He's got the spot going down the backstretch, but the caution flag waves. We're about to find out if it was Price or Brooks at the line here, and got on the binders pretty hard, so it must have been Brooks at the line. And let's take a look here at our yellow flag. Donovan Sorensen in the 307. You can see him clip that wall there, and then he gets a little love tap. Just, late Valentine's Day present there from Vernon Hill, and gonna knock the 307 around. And well, no, I was right. The 37 is out front. I was pretty sure he won that battle to the line, and man, untimely for Bubba. See, I got to learn to trust these eyes a little better, man. I got a new glasses subscription. Jesus. Prescription, a couple months ago. Got to learn to trust these puppies a little better. I need to just sack up and get that LASIK is what I need to do, but I'm nervous. You got to think, right now, obviously, Bubba, one of the favorites. But, man, Braxton, he may be the guy to beat. That kid is on a tear, the 102. Looking to shine here in the final stages of the race. When we get the green flag, we will be at the halfway point, 20 laps left here. So, track is going to continue to dust off. We'll have to see what happens. As the green flag waves, we are back underway. 20 laps left to play. Great jump there by Price. And look at Popham on the outside. Welcome to the party. He pops himself to the outside. Brooks forced to roll on the bottom. Maybe the place to be, though, through 3 and 4 here as we get later into the race. Makes it work. Stays on the inside. Caution. Flag waves. Yet again, Keith Lavender Jr. looks like he's involved. See that 21 machine. Just gets into the back of Vernon, and he's going to get on the binders here and, try to yank it down, but Brienne can go nowhere. Absolutely nothing the 19 can do about that. And the caution flag waves, and let's look at it here from Brienne's view here. You can kind of see there's nothing you can do different with this 19 machine. Just all of a sudden comes down the racetrack, and you can hear he didn't drive through it. He's off the gas. You can't nail the brake, or you're gonna go around yourself. So he played that as cool as he could, and well, just a tough break. As I should say, if anybody is watching on YouTube, if it would for some reason go out again, I'm sorry if you'd have to run over to Facebook, but it never went out on the Facebook side, so not too sure what happened over there on the YouTube side. But hopefully it sticks around and stays. Either way, drivers get ready to go this time by. They won't wait around. They won't wait around, you know, for my connection issues. So, let's see what happens here as the drivers roll into 3. Joey Price looks to the PA sky. The green flag is high. Let's watch the dirt fly. 18 laps left to play here at the Lernerville Speedway. Popham with another good jump here. Now he's on the bottom. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Bubba trying to work the outside. Popham on the bottom, almost inches ahead to the lead. Bubba trying to storm the outside here. Long way around. Front two pull away just a teeny bit. Meanwhile, Cody Cassidy trying to weather the storm here. He's got the B14 to his inside, bombing away. Brian Wax. Oh, boy, does it again there. Gives the 58 a little shot. Cassidy, man, oh, man, he's going to be feeling it after this one. Tinker slides up, moves up ahead of Bubba, but Bubba cuts back underneath. Battle for the lead. Price trying to protect Popham, though. He's in the spot on the outside of 3 and 4, coming to 14 to go. It's Popham at the line. PJ leads the way. Caution flag waves. And the boys will rack it up one more time. Well, kids, close your eyes. Pops was involved here. Let's take a look at what happened to Darius. He's got Blackjack behind him, Keith. Just driving through him there. Goes around. Caution flag waves. And luckily for the 19, able to stay on all fours. Maybe can go in and use a quick repair. Let's see, do the lights go off, stay on? They stay on, so we'll do 2 more trips around and then we'll go green. Alrighty, lights should go off this time by, I would think. They do, and the boys will get set to go back and play here. Maybe the final double file restart of the night. Because when we get the green flag, we'll have 13 to go, and well, when we're with inside of 10 to go, you know the drill. Dirt racing, single file restart, so we'll have to see if the boys play nice or if they get a little naughty here, starting to run out of bodies. Only 12 cars on the lead lap as we take a look to the PA sky. The green flag is high. Let's watch some dirt fly. We are back underway here at the Lernerville Speedway. Popham on the inside. Oh, Price cuts underneath. Tinker wasn't going to lift out of that. Now the B14 bombs away here on the bottom, almost 4 wide. Cody Cassidy looking to shine here, but we are 3 wide for the lead. Popham able to further himself. Good run off of 2, extends the gap. Bubba slide job. He parks it on Price. Meanwhile, Sorensen goes around. No, now we get a caution flag. And we'll see here when they get they want to do test my knowledge. Now, when we get the green flag, I think we will have 10 to go, so we may get another double file restart. But let's see what happens. So Colwick slides up, but that has nothing to do. Well, you could see Samoy eat some wall, eat some wall as well, but that was contact with Colwick. But that had nothing to do with Sorensen. That was just a clip the wall, turned himself, and let's see, did these boys play nice through 1 and 2? They did. The Caution flag waves yet again. Now, I believe that's Patch talking. There, Patrick, yes, and he definitely not here tonight. Taking the night off, but hey, glad to see you tuning in. And, you know, my old lady wasn't necessarily too pumped either that I had something on Valentine's Day, but hey, she'll live. See if the lights go off this time. They do. We'll go back racing. I've got the hiccups. You've got to be kidding me. The drivers roll down the backstretch here for the final time. We will have 10 laps left to go, so this will be the final double file restart. As the green flag set the wave, we are back underway. Great restart there for Tinker, who makes it 3 wide. Colwick thought about making it 4 wide. Price gonna pull away from it, but meanwhile, Bubba battling for the lead one more time. Slide job. Bubba to the point. He's back out front. Boys beating, banging. Cody Cassidy getting slung around in the center. And that 58 machine, he wrestles it down. But boy, oh boy, he lost a bunch of spots. Popham back to the lead. I missed how he got that. Shame on me. Must have hooked up there on the bottom of 1 and 2 and slid up across the 54, unless Bubba had a little mistake there. But either way, coming to 7 laps left to play. The 54 got to be damn near perfect here if he wants to run down this two machine. Tinker on the outside trying to hold off the B14, but Bryant says bombs away. The B14 slides up. He takes over P4 at the line. Tinker back downstairs. He slides up the racetrack. Here we go, do-si-do. Slide jobs back and forth here at the Lernerville Speedway. PJ Popham on the back of lap traffic. Sorensen stays high, gets up and out of the way. Doesn't want to be a factor here. You've heard him say they don't run mirrors. Didn't know a guy was there. Meanwhile, Lavender stops on the outside of the racetrack. He tows. No caution flag waves. We continue. 4 laps to go. Bracton throws it in, trying to get that thing on the bottom step of the podium. But, man, every time he gets by, he gets a bomb sent back. The B-14 swings away. Warren Samoy, welcome to the party. 2 for 1 off the outside of 4. Bracton Tinker, he goes back in there, tries to move the B-14. It doesn't work. Well, he says if it didn't work that time, I'm going to make it work this time. And I don't know if I can click away from this, because they're about to beat the living hell out of each other. Tinker tries to turn down, get him back. Let's see what happens here. Oh, he made the smart move, got on the binders. But meanwhile, white flag waves. PJ Popham out front. 1 set of turns away from going perfect here tonight. He wins the double, gets it done at Cedar Lake, and gets the cherry here at the Lernerville Speedway. It's Popham, Brooks, Price, Samoy, Wax, Cassidy, Colwick, Tinker, Brian, Hill, and back. I got to go back and look at this white flag. I do. Because let's see what happened here. He was not this far back when we clicked away. Let's see if there were any Herculean moves made. Let's see. Oh, maybe from here. Yeah, okay. Just gets a little tap from the 40. Cassidy comes up. That's how he loses those 2. Okie dokie. I was wondering what would have happened there. Either way, let's go back. Let's find that green flag run here. Longest one may have been the last one here, to be honest with you, that final 10 shootout. But let's see as we'll go ahead and we'll see if your third place finisher here is ready to listen to me run my mouth. And, well, no Joey yet. We'll give him a little bit of time. Or maybe no Joey. I can't remember if we've had Joey in here before or not. And either way, I promise I'm here. Just nobody else is down in the waiting room. So you'll hear me talk again when somebody shows up. We got Bubba in there. P2 showed up. I'm going to wait like about another minute and see if Joey shows up. I loved it. I don't know. I guess it's a a problem I guess I have psychologically, but I like doing them in order. I hate when somebody shows up late trying to milk the clock here a little bit. We'll see here. Not looking like we're going to get him. So we'll skip that for now, and we'll go ahead. We'll pull up the man that, boy, oh boy, brother. Glad to have you back. You put on quite the show here. You and PJ going back and forth there for a little bit. What more did you need to go up here and try to get this win tonight?
I don't know. I don't know. He's a lot more comfortable putting his right rear right on the edge of that cushion. I'm not quite as comfortable because I know that lip is just not forgiving. So, I was trying to play it safe there. We were in second, so I was okay with it, and just tried to make a little gap between third and yeah, I was comfortable running second. So, I don't know. I don't think I really would have done anything different, but yeah, it was good.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, after a little hiatus there, the middle step, you got to be happy with that. But going back to what you said, about just taking it easy and playing it smart, how important do you think that was tonight? Because there were some times where you were putting some hairy spots. I mean, I think we fell back as far as sixth, just to kind of keep that thing as clean as you did. And you think that paid off here finishing P2?
Yeah, I think so. This track's just so unforgiving with damage. So I just wanted to try and keep my nose clean the best I could and hopefully try and make it pay off there at the end of the race. So and thankfully it did. I mean, this track it's just so long and like I say, unforgiving. You gotta be so careful with how straight you keep your car in the corners, but also trying to get it sideways to stay off of the berm. Um, so yeah, the less damage you have at this track, the better off you are for sure.
Well, man, 1 week to go here. Next Saturday, the final race. Think we got a chance to talk to you again. You feeling confident?
I don't know. We're gonna try it. I think. It was good to have a little break. I think I needed it, but yeah, we'll try it for next week. Charlotte's tough. Charlotte's really tough. So, um, yeah, we're just gonna try and practice as much as we can, try and find as much speed as we can, and um, ideally finish one spot better. But yeah, anything that includes a podium, we'll take. So,
Well, hey, man, it sounds like the breather was much needed, and man, you came back looking like $1,000,000. Hell of a job, Bubba. Congrats on the P2. Who we want to thank?
yeah, I just want to thank Missouri River Barbershop, Trackside Truck, JR1 Motorsports, Bite Motorsports, Braden and Jaden, and PJ. Those guys trying to kind of rope me back into racing the league. So I just want to thank them, mom and dad, everybody that helps support me with everything I do. Um, you for putting on the broadcast, all the league sponsors, just everybody that makes this league possible, and all the racers for coming out and racing each week. So couldn't do it without them.
Yeah, I was going to remind you, man. Good thing you remember to thank Mama. She's number one fan by sure. Or my number one fan for sure, man. She is always lighting up that chat with good things to say about you. Good luck next week, man. We'll be rooting for you in Charlotte.
Awesome. Thanks. Love you, Mama. Bye.
There we go. Good ad. Smart ad there by Bubba. And now we get to bring up the man who, well, you did it, PJ. This one wasn't near. I mean, not that the other one was easy, kind of lucked into that. But this one, man, a lot more eventful, I would say. You had to really be smart, pick and choose when you wanted to go to the outside, when you wanted to go to the bottom. And it seemed like, man, everything you did was the right decision. Did it feel like that in the race car tonight? Because this thing was quick.
Yeah, it did. We got the initial start on the top, and I didn't go right to the cushion in 1 and 2 right away. I was trying to run kind of lower on the track, and then we were running the bottom for a while, and I restarted fourth, and I think we were at like 20 laps there, and I said, well, I'm going to try the cushion in 1 and 2, and got a huge run, coming off 2, and got to the outside of the 54 car, and then that's kind of when I figured out, where I was going to run once I, got some clean air. And then the restarts, man, they're exciting. You never know what you're gonna get. 3 cars wide. Turn 1 is so wide at this place, but yet it can be narrow. And it's narrow coming out. Everything kind of filters to the top of the track there. So we ended up on that last restart. Starting alongside our teammate Joe, and he threw a slider going into 3 and 4, and I was going to go to the bottom and let him throw the slider and just run the bottom, and he wasn't as close as I thought he was, and when I went to go to the bottom, he was still there, so we had to drive the car deeper, and we both kind of ran a slider line in 3 and 4, and then I was able to get him back in 1 and 2, and then close the door pretty hard on him the next time through into 3. So, and then that just allowed us to kind of, get in a rhythm and run our line and kind of put some distance on these guys.
Yeah, and I think you hit the nail right on the head there because, where was I going with? Oh, the slider through 3 and 4. We were just watching it there on the replay while you were talking about it, and it seemed like, obviously hindsight's 20/20, but were you surprised there, when you went defensive with that slider line that he didn't try to tiptoe the outside? Did it kind of catch you, off a little bit? Because, from there, it seems like, it was your sandbox. You could do whatever you wanted.
Yeah, I thought, I figured he was going to throw the slider on me into 3, which he did. I just thought it was going to happen a lot sooner than it did, and I was just going to run the bottom, all the way around and just keep my momentum up that way, and so when he didn't get there quite as quick as I thought he was going to, kind of threw me off guard. So, but we were able to recover, next corner and just get some distance on him, enough to close the door, and 3 the next time by, and that was all I needed.
Well, man, people getting the double, that has been a rarity this season, and let's be honest, 2 of the more technical racetracks, Cedar Lake, for reasons, you got to kind of avoid people in 1 and 2, make your own line work. And here, it's you against yourself. One mistake, you go over the edge, and man, you're damn near perfect tonight. That was a hell of a job. 2 for 2. Who we want to thank on the big night, PJ?
All the sponsors again: Pacer Sign and Design, Upfront Bodies, GM Race Engines, Fathom Realty, Bush Barnes Industries, Realtor Dusty Popham, AC Free Range, JR1 Motorsports, Blix Capital, Westside Designs, AutoWorks, and more. Shaggy TV, Swain Spring Service. I know I'm forgetting a couple. I'm probably the worst interview guy when it comes to sponsors. I always forget 1 or 2. So, but they're all appreciated. Again, none of this happens without fans and sponsorships. So, just really, really happy to have everybody aboard, and thank you for being one of the crazy nuts with us, and coming out and hanging out, and hopefully we'll see you back again next year.
Yeah, man. 1 week to go. You feeling confident? Are we going to bring home the hardware when we leave Charlotte?
Man, I hope so. I hope so. So it would be it would put a cap on a pretty good year we've had if we can take home both trophies. So we're in a pretty good spot to do it. We just got to make it through one more week.
Yeah, good luck, man. We'll be rooting for you, and I'm gonna probably bug you one day this week to steal a snapshot of the points so I can throw that up before we go racing. So
Absolutely.
look forward to a message from me. But congratulations, PJ, and good luck in the championship.
Hey, thank you.
PJ Popham, 2 for 2, man. That's crazy. And there, well, he talked us through that, but we got to see what we missed there. Where Bubba, he's probably going to be kicking himself, if he didn't get there. If he goes to that outside and rolls the top through 3 and 4, that's going to be a what could have been. Then he could throw that slider in 1 and 2. But at the end of the day, a P2, that's a hell of a run. And well, with that, we are going to wrap up our Montana iRacing League Saturday night showdown here. It's about 10:30 Eastern. I'll, maybe eat a snack, turn on some Xfinity highlights because I didn't see who won the end of that thing, and call her a night here. But for everyone who has tuned in this long, thank you for tuning in. I'm Zach Chapman with Shaggy TV saying so long and have a good evening.